Work has begun at the Iowa State House as the 2023 legislative session gets underway. KCCI Chief Political Reporter Amanda Rooker is tracking the action at the State House today. She joins us with what the priorities are for this session. Amanda.
Well, Stacey, lawmakers for months have been actually out of the State House. They've been out on the campaign trail talking to Iowans ahead of the midterm elections. But now that they're back at the State House, it's time to turn those campaign platforms into reality. And lawmakers say they hope to start with action on education and taxes.
With the fall of a gavel and the buzz of lawmakers filling the chamber, the State House is back in session.
We're all here for the same reasons. Try to make Iowa the best place to work, live, and raise a family.
With an expanded majority in the House and Senate, Republicans are launching a third attempt to try and pass their school choice proposal. The plan would use taxpayer dollars to help some Iowans pay for things like homeschooling or private school tuition.
Parental choice in education and finding those alternatives for all students, not just those who can afford it, finding those places where kids can thrive to their fullest potential.
House Minority Leader Jennifer Comfer says Democrats will keep pushing back against that plan.
This program, this scheme, would decimate public schools. And so we want to make sure that our colleagues across the aisle know there's a small school in your community that could shut its doors if this plan goes forward.
Although Democrats will likely have a tougher road with an even smaller minority than last session, Comfer says they're still eager to hit the ground running.
It's critically important that we lower costs for Iowa families, and that means really doing something about childcare, really doing something about affordable housing and actually tackling those issues and raising wages for everyday Iowans.
And on both sides of the aisle, lawmakers say Iowans will likely see changes to their property taxes this year.
We again are going to push hard to make sure that property taxes, any reduction in property taxes goes to help middle-class families first.
What the goal should be, whether that's where we land in the end, what the goal should be is to simplify that process so that people know what they're paying for, they know how they're paying for it, and they know how that relates to the value of their home.
There were a number of bills surrounding education that were left on the table last year that Republicans are looking to revive. That includes bills on school transparency, helping parents know what's going on in their children's classroom, also trying to reduce physical violence in schools and trying to recruit more teachers to help solve Iowa's teacher shortage. We'll have more on those issues as well as other issues that lawmakers are looking to tackle coming up tonight at 6. Live from the State House, Amanda Rooker, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.